Live from Los Angeles, I'm Jenny Taft, here with Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp. Morning, guys.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Good morning. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Nice color on you.
Thanks.
Yeah, way to go.
Appreciate it.
This is your night.
What do you mean?
This is when it's time to put your money where your mouth
I'm
is.
gonna put it out.
No more equivocating.
No.
more moonwalking. No more backtracking.
Etching in stone.
Now you have to put it in concrete, and you have to live with it for it's like 6 months of living with it.
I can see him getting more than what I'm going to say.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's not fair. That's not putting it in concrete.
Oh, yeah, it's
That's
concrete.
putting an asterisk beside it saying, I'm actually underplaying what he will do.
No.
Giving yourself an out.
No, I
All
don't
right,
need
here
any
you go.
outs. I don't need any outs.
No?
No,
Okay.
no.
We
I
got a
think
lot
he
to
needs
talk
lots
about.
of outs.
Interesting. We're going to get there, but we're also going to talk about Bill Belichick. If he disrespected Khalil Mack, the Cowboys, are they going to trade for Amari Cooper? But, you know, the Rockets, they might already be in trouble. And then there's good old LeBron, because it is a big night tonight after all the hoopla this offseason. LeBron is finally making his Lakers debut in a regular season game. Tonight in Portland, odds makers have given the New Look Lakers the third best odds to win the West this year, just behind the Warriors and Rockets. Shannon, where will LeBron and the Lakers finish in the West? Tonight is the night.
Skip, after much painstaking deliberation,
Yeah.
sent this out to...
Soul searching.
Yes. I sent this out to the jury. They came back. They couldn't come to a decision. I said, go back and deliberate some more until you come back with a concrete decision. And I've come back with the decision that the Lakers will win 51 games.
51.
And they will be the
54.
third seed in the West.
Third seed?
Third! What part
That's
did you
fine.
understand?
Guess who the third seed was just a year ago? The team they're playing at tonight, Portland. Go ahead.
And guess who was not in the playoffs? The team that he's playing on tonight, the Lakers.
Well.
LeBron, we know, look, if you just take on averages, and I know you're going to say that was the Eastern Conference, LeBron is going to give me anywhere between 13 and 20 uptick. So 35 last year. If he does 13, that's 48. I'm going to say he's going to give us 16. So I'm saying he's going to give us 51. There'll be 51 and what? 51 and 31 or 32.
Yeah.
They'll be the third seed, because I don't believe the West, the two top seeds, I still believe Golden State. I think Golden State's the best team in the NBA. Skip, then I don't believe they get to 60, because I don't know if they're going to be interested every single night to play like we know they're capable of. When they play their best ball, no one can see them. No one can touch them. Houston going to have their issues, especially defensively, giving up Mbah Moute and Trevor Ariza in different locations.
Yep.
So I believe the Lakers, I'm not as bullish. I know you're bullish on Utah and maybe the Nuggets. I'm not as bullish on those teams as you are. In Minnesota, just last year, GM said that they had to start a team. They would start it with Karl Anthony Towns. Karl Anthony Towns last night had 8 points on 6.
He fouled out.
Fouled out.
He fouled out.
So I'm done. I'm done with.
He played 22 minutes. You can't hold that against him.
So the thing is that the question, they should have no problem. This is a very young roster, with the exception of LeBron, that's going to be counted on to play major minutes. They should have no problem being able to sustain energy, unlike the Cavaliers last year. They were an older ball club, Skip. So with that being said, LeBron James is going to be LeBron James. He will be magnificent tonight, somewhere 25 to 28 points, somewhere 7, 8 rebounds, 7, 8 assists. He'll be LeBron. I don't expect one of those virtuosos. Now, you know he's capable of that.
Sure he is.
But I don't believe he'll give us that just yet. He's going to hold off until Saturday night.
So, first question to you is, why did you moonwalk from 54 or 55 back to 51?
Because looking at this team play, and if they had a Kyle Korver, they had a couple of three-point shooters, I would go 54, 55 wins. But I just don't know the shooting, Skip, is going to be there. But they'll play hard every single night. LeBron will keep them in the ball. They'll be in ball games, and then you know what that guy do, Skip. You know he closed. You know he closed the door. When he blow out that candle, it's out. It's out. Yeah.
So now, before the ball gets handed back to me, I'm going to let you have it for this question.
Okay.
Who wins tonight?
I'm going Lakers.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
You want some dew on that?
I might want a little dew on
Okay.
Okay. I'm up 10. I'll risk a case on that. I got the Portland Trailblazers, and I'm going to start my salvo with this. The Portland Trailblazers last year finished third in the West. Most projections I see preseason for the Trailblazers have them at like 10 or 11 in the West.
Yes.
So they lost Shabazz Napier and they added Seth Curry. Not Steph Curry, but Seth Curry, who's not bad.
He can shoot it.
He can shoot it a little bit. And they plummeted from 3 to maybe 10 or 11 and out of the playoffs. How can that be? Because I don't get it. That's the most astounding preseason prediction of all of basketball, is that Portland will miss the playoffs after they were the 3 seed last year. And last seen in Portland, back on March 15th, LeBron and company, and it was a different company, but you said, what was it, 2 days ago? You said that you like Cleveland's supporting cast better than this supporting cast in L.A. So with a superior supporting cast, LeBron went into Portland.
I wouldn't go superior, but I did like what they have.
Okay.
Those guys were proven. I know what I had with the Cavs roster.
The proven supporting cast went into Portland on March 15th and lost 113 to 105. And in that game, LeBron had 6 turnovers and shot 4 for 9 from the free throw line. Just for the record.
What about that stat line?
Okay, it was big. It was nice. And again, he actually ended the life of Nurkic.
You remember that?
He ended his life, and he was in a body bag, and they zipped it up, and they carted him out, and he's never to be seen again, although he is in the starting lineup tonight. But I don't know how that happened.
What happened in the playoffs? They got swept because he wasn't the same.
Okay. So they got swept out of the playoffs by a team that I really like, because the Pelicans last night, they blew out Houston at Houston in the first half. It was over at halftime. It was 71 to 59 at halftime. So there was some good news and bad news for your Lakers last night, because the good news was Houston is just, we're going to talk about them more later, but they're just not what they were a year ago. So they're not as big a threat to either the Lakers or certainly to Golden State as I thought they might be. But with the Melo factor, it's a real big negative factor.
Right.
They're not going to play the defense that they played last year.
Correct.
And also, we saw Oklahoma City, obviously, without Russ, and now without Robertson, who he's still got an ongoing knee issue. So he could miss, I don't know, up to half the season. So that's...
When is Russ coming back?
That's advantage. I don't know. Sometime soon, like within the next 2 weeks, I think. But again, those are advantages, LeBron, in the standings, right?
Yes.
But disadvantage, LeBron, I thought Denver looked really good last night, and I thought the Pelicans looked dominating last night. So all of a sudden, they rise in the standings.
You believe Mirotic is going to give you 30 a night? You believe Eton Moore give you 20?
Mirotic made 6 out of 8 threes last night. And by the way, this ex-Laker named Julius Randle came off the bench and was monstrous.
At a three-point range.
Okay. But he made 2 out of 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay. But that front line of Anthony Davis, who you love, and he made an MVP early statement last night, right? He just dominated the basketball game. And with Mirotic, when Mirotic joined them on February 8th, they took off. And obviously, they swept Portland out of the playoffs. They couldn't handle Golden State because nobody can handle Golden State.
They did take a game off Golden State, though.
Okay. So now I'm going to go back little picture to tonight. If we look back at LeBron's debuts when he's like switched teams, like when he went to Miami and then he went back to Cleveland, do you realize in the first game with the Miami Heat, this is back in, 2011?
Yes.
They had to open at Boston. Boston was still flying high. They lost 88-80. LeBron had 8 turnovers in that game. And then when he went back to Cleveland, they lost at home to the Knicks on opening night of his reincarnation back when he went home. 95-90 to the Knicks, and LeBron had 8 turnovers. And just for the record, just a quick aside, LeBron last year had his career high 397 turnovers. Do you realize he's 5th all-time in turnovers? And if he stays on this current pace in 2 years, he will break Karl Malone's record for most turnovers in a career. I don't know, just throwing that out. So he's going to have all kinds of records.
You ain't just throwing it out.
I mean, that's just another big record.
You know what, Skip? You talking about you just throwing it out. You need to stop. What you're trying to do is nitpick. But you guess what?
Is that nitpicking?
Yes.
That's the all-time record for turnovers. All he needs is 2 more years, and we know he's going to play 2 more years.
And guess what? In 2 more years, guess what he'll also be? Probably 2nd or 3rd in all-time leading scorer.
Well, okay, I'll give you that. He's going to do a lot of things, but he's also going to pile up a whole lot of turnovers. So in his debuts, when he went back someplace or went to Miami, 8 turnovers, and last time he was in Portland, 6 turnovers. But that's a lot.
But here's the thing, Skip. Think about it. Okay, he's going to Miami. I think, and that was big. I don't think him going to Miami and him going to going back to Cleveland. Cleveland was at home. The energy was electric. Look, he's not going to turn the ball over. You want a better case to do? He won't have 5 turnovers tonight.
No, I like my odds because Portland is a 3-point favorite, and I think
Can I get 3 points?
No, heck no. We already did didn't we do the bet?
Yeah.
We agreed to it.
We can amend the bet.
No, we cannot amend the bet because Portland is still Portland. And this, I will give you this. I want to know how the NBA, what are they thinking? The king goes to Hollywood and he has to open in Portland? Are you kidding? On a Thursday night in Portland?
After they've already played two nights of basketball have been played.
Well, what is that? It's anticlimactic to start with, and then Portland?
Yes.
Okay, are they going to roll out the red carpet at the Rose Garden, you know?
We don't need no carpet.
Okay, right, okay.
We don't worry about it. We're going to take care of business. We're going to give you a glimpse of what it's going to be like for the entire season.
Okay, I got to believe that the Trailblazers are seething over all of this. The
For
disrespect,
what?
because nobody has any respect for a team that finished third last year.
They should be lucky they're on television. They're a national televised game.
Right.
If it was Portland and they weren't playing the Lakers, would this be a national televised game?
They are always really good at home, and LeBron's had a lot of trouble in that building because everybody has trouble in that building. So I think he's going to get off to a shaky start tonight, unless you want to argue that just out of euphoria, King goes to Hollywood euphoria, that the kids rise and shine and everybody sort of lights up around
His
LeBron.
teams might struggle in Portland. He doesn't. And so now he got these young guys that's going, you know, they're going to be able to play extended minutes. Take some heavy lifting off of him, Skip Bayless.
Yep. So here's my big picture pick. So after much, I sent it to my jury also. My jury is just a one-man jury.
Yeah,
I don't
exactly,
need help.
exactly.
My jury slept on it. My jury took a little break and slept on it and came back and decided 47 wins for the Lakers.
You dropped them a game.
I dropped them a game, 47-35. Is that right? 47-30. Yep, that's what it would be. And I have them in the 7 seed. And I am here to say, just like you put the little asterisk on yours, I think I'm being nice to them to pick them in the 7th spot because I think it's going to be really hard for this team to even finish as high as 7th. This West is loaded.
No, they're not.
It is bottom heavy. Because here's what I got. I got Golden State running away with the West. I think they're in a whole nother stratosphere from everybody.
I agree.
Especially if DeMarcus Cousins can play at his level the second half of the season. That's not fair. That's just not fair. This team is loaded. They seem locked in. They seem happy. I like the way they performed on opening night, and I don't see any drop-off.
I need you to stop being disrespectful to LeBron James and talking about this conference is bottom heavy. First of all, LeBron James is not a catfish. We don't eat off the bottom. We're whales. So we eat krill. We eat stuff at the top of the food chain. You know what I'm saying? On top of the water.
You're saying you're going to devour Golden State?
We're going to be a top 3 seed. That's what I told you. What part didn't you understand? We're going to be the 3 seed.
Well, I hear what you say, but I do not agree with what you say because I got Golden State running away. I still got, you have no respect for Utah. I have them finishing 2nd. I got New Orleans finishing 3rd. Houston plunging a little bit to 4th.
After one game, Skip?
I got them. I like that team. When Julius Randle comes off the bench for them.
Yes.
Drew Holiday had a bad night last night, and they blew out the Rockets.
So you saying Peyton going to give you a triple-double every night?
10, 10, and 10. He had a Jason Kidd triple-double.
Yeah.
It's a Jason Kidd memorial.
Yeah,
it shouldn't count as a triple-double.
He cut
but
his
he
hair.
did.
You do some things.
10, 10, and 10? That's pretty good, wouldn't you say?
But you're saying that like Mirotic is going to give you 30 a night. He'll be 6
He's been really good.
He has, but he's not at 30 point a night. Anthony Davis is the only guy that will maintain this stat line. I can see him being somewhere around 28 to 30 points and 12.
You know, the second half of the year with the Lakers last year, Julius Randle took off.
Yeah.
And he was playing at by far the highest level of any Laker.
Yes.
And all of a sudden,
He's a monster.
He leaves the Lakers. In fact, Luke called him that word. He said he is a monster in the low post.
Yeah.
Because he's such a load. He's just so, he's a wide body.
I think the question that the Lakers had, was he playing like this in the contract year, or is this who he's going to be moving forward? Because up until last year, they hadn't seen this kind of performance, this kind of production. So that's what you always worry about, Skip, when you're dealing with a player, regardless of the sport. Is it the contract year, or is it this a sign of who he is to come?
Boy, last night looked like sign of to come.
Well, if you base it on what he did, like you said, the second half of last season, yeah, you're absolutely right. But given the choice, Julius Randle or LeBron James, there's really not a choice to be made here, Skip Bayless.
But Julius Randle now comes off the bench for the Pelicans. That's a factor. That means the Pelicans with Anthony Davis this is his year. He's made the statement, I'm the best player in basketball. He made his early MVP case last night, and I think they're going to get nothing but better. And now you don't have any respect for the Denver Nuggets, who I thought...
I got respect for the Nuggets. I like Jokic. Yeah. They shoot a bunch of threes. They got the big guy in the middle, man in the middle. He can post it up. He can post you. He can shoot the three. But they are what they are, Skip. They're a three-point shooting team that doesn't play defense. They're like the old 80s Nuggets. They try to outscore everybody.
So I know it was just one night, but they had an impressive win over an underrated Clippers team at Clippers.
They're not underrated.
No, they are.
Who do they have, Skip?
Oh,
you like Patrick Beverly and Tobias Harris? I think they're very good players. But come on, they're not leading.
Had a rough night last night. But Tobias is good. Gallinari is good.
They're not leading you nowhere.
Shea Gilgeous-Alexander is good.
They're making the playoffs?
Nope, but they're going to cause trouble at the bottom. And by the way, I don't have my San Antonio Spurs making the playoffs because they lost their point guard. DeJounte's out for the year. So this is the first time in my TV career I've not picked my Spurs to be in the playoffs. But they did beat a really good Minnesota team last night with Jimmy Butler playing at a very high level.
Jimmy Butler won out.
Jimmy Butler was really good. He didn't win out last night. He won it in.
Oh, Jimmy's going to play hard regardless. But he's already done called their best player out. Supposedly their second or third best player called him out, told him they weak. You know what he said, so he wants out. But Jimmy's going to play hard.
If he stays there, they're going to make
He
the
don't want to stay. He want out. And Glenn Taylor wants him out, the owner.
He apparently does. So I've got Denver in the 5 seed. I got the Thunder falling to 6 because Robertson's going to be gone for at least half
They might be over by the time Russ gets back. They might not win the game until Russ gets back.
Still got him at the 6th seed. I'm going to give your Lakers this much respect. Just out of my respect for LeBron James, the king goes to Hollywood. I got him in the 7th spot. They don't deserve to be 7th except for LeBron. And then I'm not going to dismiss Portland from the playoffs. I got them in the 8th seed. They're just too good.
I love how you said you're not going to disrespect LeBron, but I got him in the 7th spot.
Well,
really? Behind OKC.
You said that his supporting cast was better last year. You concluded it was better.
Kevin Love was a proven commodity. I knew what I was going to get from Kevin on most nights.
Yeah.
JR is a proven commodity, although he be bull jiving most nights.
He has 6th man of the year.
That was long ago, Skip.
Kyle Korver made an all-star team.
That was long ago, Skip.
Yeah. Kyle Korver can really shoot it.
Rondo made an all-star team long ago.
Well, Nance, Clarkson, Rodney Hood, that was a better supporting cast.
They will play. They look like they'll play better with no expectations. It's one thing to play when there's no expectations. There's something entirely different when the expectation is not only get to the Eastern Conference Final, to win that and get to the NBA Finals. That's what they had to. That's what the pressure they were under playing alongside LeBron. Now, the pressure for these guys are similar because you're playing next to LeBron. But if you don't get to the Western Conference Finals, if you don't get to the NBA Finals, no one's going to hold that against you. In the Eastern Conference, you're playing alongside LeBron James, they're going to hold that against you because guess why, Skip Bayless? Because he's going to have monster numbers. He's going to be 35, 13, 7, and you guys having 6. Kevin Love had a 4-point night. JR had a no-point night. Rodney Hood, nothing. George Hill, nothing. Yeah, we going to hold it against you. I hold you personally responsible for holding LeBron back. Yes.
Really? It was their fault?
Yes.
So who's the scapegoat going to be this time? Kuzma?
If
Somebody's got to rise and shine.
I want you
Luke? It'll be Luke.
Luke
Sure.
who?
Luke Walton.
Oh, Coach Walton?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Coach Walton. Coach Walton. Yeah, Coach Walton.
Assistant Coach Walton.
No, I don't do that, Skip. Don't do that. Look, you got a responsibility. You worked hard. You went and talked to, you saw Kobe, and Kobe worked on your game. So, Kuz, I need you to shine. Brandon Ingram. LeBron said you got next. I need to see it.
So
I need to see it.
Yep.
So all these guys, Josh Hart, you was, what was that? Summer League, MVP,
He was. Yep.
all that. Lonzo, you reworked on your shot. Your daddy told us you're better than Steph Curry right now. I need to see it.
Yep, okay. So I got Portland in the 8th spot because I don't have the T-Wolves or the Spurs or the Clippers making the playoffs. Those teams are pretty good. Those teams are going to take their pounds of flesh. Those teams are going to beat the Lakers at least once apiece. They will.
We might let them steal one.
Yeah, one here or there.
Yeah.
And by the way, Dallas is better and Phoenix is way better.
Oh, Phoenix is good. Ayton?
Hey, this is no walk in the park to play Phoenix now. They got players.
Yeah.
They got Trevor Ariza.
But you make it seem like it's going to be a walk in the park to play the Lakers. Do you know who's on the Lakers side?
Just one guy.
No, that's all you need.
It's a one-man show.
That's all you need.
It's a solo star. It's LeBron's year in Hollywood with no pressure, no expectation. Nobody cares whether he's the 7 seed or the 4 seed or the 5 seed because nobody really thinks that they're going to threaten Golden State, right?
Yeah.
It's the first year of LeBron's career where there's been no expectation of how good they can be. Even his rookie year, people thought, wow, in the East, they could compete, they could contend.
Who, LeBron?
Yeah.
Skip.
No more. It's a great year. I already predicted. He's going to win the MVP and he's going to win the scoring title.
So let me ask you a question. If would Tom Brady be any different in the West, in the NFC, as he is right now? He's still Tom Brady. That's still LeBron James. Recognize what he represents. The best, the de facto best player that's breathing oxygen, walking on Earth of 7 billion.
How far back do you have to go to find a year in which the East was better than the West? What, 15 years? Seriously.
As a conference?
Yeah.
Yeah, you probably have to go a ways back.
Yeah.
But it used to be vice versa. There was a time
I agree.
But why you do that now?
History reversed itself.
Okay, and then there'll be a time, there was a time that the AFC was better than the NFC in football. There was a time the NFC was better than the AFC because think about it, for 13 straight years, the NFC won the Super Bowl. And then in the 70s, it was the AFC. The Steelers was running away with it. The Dolphins, the Raiders. And then it flipped in the 80s. And then it stayed that way in the 90s. And then the 2000s.
Okay, so if LeBron is that great, if he's still the best player on the planet, why do you only have them third?
Skip.
Seriously.
But think about it. How many guys you know? When Kevin Durant didn't take the Golden State won 73 games. He didn't take them to 80. Why not?
Who do you have second?
I still believe Houston will figure it out. Yeah.
Does Houston have a LeBron?
No.
No.
They have an MVP in James Harden. Yeah. Oh, so what? We gonna are we gonna poo-poo that now? So now we poo-poo MVPs. You love Russ. Now you got
Who's better, James Harden or LeBron?
First of all, didn't I just tell you if you breathe oxygen and you can dribble a basketball, there's one guy.
Okay.
He's it.
Yeah.
But a team. If this was golf. Tiger Woods is the best golfer. He might not have the best team, but he's the best golfer. He was the best golfer. This is basketball. This is a team sport. One guy can't beat 5 in Golden State. One guy can't beat 4.
Phil and Tiger went 0 for 6 in the Ryder Cup, and we got smashed.
Yeah.
Embarrassed, humiliated, bum rushed.
Well, look.
Well,
wait a minute. I get that.
Yeah.
But hold on. But now, what would the critics say? Oh, we don't care anything about Ryder Cup. It went from Tiger winning the last event to possibly winning the Masters. Oh, but we don't care about the Ryder Cup now. You see how they flipped that? But I don't want to talk about Tiger and the Ryder Cup.
You brought it up.
I want to talk about the 23 and gold, purple and gold.
Gold.
LeBron James, Skip Bayless, is capable. You know what he's capable of. Why do you keep doubting him? Why do you do? Yes, you do. You talk about the man only going to win 12 more games. How you should be ashamed of yourself for saying that.
He just joined the man's league. He went from the church league to the man's league.
He's always been the man. Skip, you know when I was...
The one and only man.
Jenny, you ever play tug of war? My homeroom would always win the tug of war because we had the little chubby kid, so we always put him at the back of the line. So nobody could beat us. See, LeBron James, he's that kid. So when you walk in, you already favorite.
He's the chubby kid?
Yeah. He's the big kid that won't let you lose. Oh, okay. You know what I'm saying, Skip Bayless?
We'll pick him to win the West. Now, that I would be impressed by.
No,
seriously.
No, I don't do takes like that. I like my breakfast hot. I don't really do hot takes. I said 51 in the 3rd seed. You got him at the 7th seed. You got him at 47 wins.
47 wins. And that's really...
And the 7th seed. What's more embarrassing is that you got him at the 7th seed.
7th seed. I had him at the 8th seed. I actually bumped him up 1, but down 1 in the games.
And it all starts tonight
you ought to be ashamed
in Portland, and you mentioned it. He has struggled. He's lost his last 5 trips in Portland.
But he been giving folk the business up.
5. Can he change that tonight?
Yeah.
Something special. All right. Some interesting words from Bill Belichick. Did he throw some shade at Khalil Mack yesterday? This should be fun. That's next.